conception, how a person becomes pregnant. If a male and female want to become pregnant, a sperm cell and an egg cell have to meet. One way this can happen is to have what's called sex. One type is when a person inserts his erect penis inside another person's vagina in order to get the sperm as close as possible to the eggs. When a penis is inside the vagina, the male can ejaculate or release semen, the fluid containing sperm. The semen in each ejaculation can contain around 200 to 500 million sperm cells. Sperms can live for several days inside a female body. They travel up through the vagina, cervix, uterus, and into the fallopian tube. Out of the millions of sperms that start the journey, only about 50 to 100 will make it all the way to the egg. If a sperm cell were the size of a human, it would be like swimming thousands of miles. An egg cell is fertilized by a sperm cell and implants into the uterus. When a sperm joins with an egg, this process is called fertilization. Once the egg is fertilized, the chromosomes, or DNA, from both cells start combining, growing, and dividing into more and more cells. This clump of cells travels down the fallopian tube and down into the uterus, where it can implant into the thick blood and tissue lining, or the endometrium. The time from the release of an egg until a fertilized egg implants takes about 5 to 7 days. It's not instant, like some people think. After the fertilized egg has implanted in the uterus, the female body will start to produce a special pregnancy hormone. How does someone know if they're pregnant? Urine pregnancy tests can detect this hormone by urinating on a test stick. These tests can be purchased at a grocery store or pharmacy or taken at a family planning clinic. For the most accurate results, the person should use the first pee of the day, first thing in the morning, so there will be enough of the pregnancy hormone to be detected. What are other ways a person can start a family if they want one? Sometimes fertilization can happen in other ways, like in a lab. Sometimes people who want to get pregnant can't get pregnant. There are some medical techniques that doctors and scientists can do to help someone get pregnant. For example, a scientist might combine someone's eggs and sperm in a lab, creating fertilized eggs. Then they can implant these fertilized eggs back into the person's uterus, hoping one will attach and grow into a pregnancy. This is called in vitro fertilization. Someone might also want a surrogate uterus. It may be a family member or a kind stranger. In a similar process, a scientist can combine someone's eggs and sperm, but implant them into a different person's uterus, hoping one will grow and attach. So what about twins? There are two types of twins, identical and fraternal. Identical twins happen randomly in nature. This is when one sperm fertilizes one egg, but that fertilized egg splits and grows into two humans instead of just one. They will have the same biological sex, meaning two females or two males, and look exactly the same because they came from the same genetic material. Fraternal twins. Fraternal twins happen when a female body releases more than one egg at a time. If those two eggs are fertilized by two separate sperm, they can grow into two separate humans sharing one uterus. These twins can be the same or different sexes, meaning 2 females, 2 males, or 1 female and 1 male, but will not look exactly the same because they came from different genetic material. Sometimes women will even have triplets, quadruplets, or more. They can either be identical or fraternal multiples. Over the next few slides, we will talk about fetal development. When a person is pregnant, the developing baby is called an embryo for the first 9 weeks. After 9 weeks, the developing baby is called a fetus. A baby develops from one tiny cell into a 7 or 8 pound baby on average over the course of a 40-week pregnancy. So we see end of month 1, end of month 2, end of month 3, and now we have a fetus end of month 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and finally the birth of the baby.